Okay guys, just going to tie a wee buzzer pattern. The hook I have in the vise is a size 10 Amazon B110 grubber hook. The thread that I'm going to use to tie the fly is Ultra Thread in 70 by UTC in black. So just come in and get your thread started behind the eye of the hook. Just knock on a few turns, remove the waste tag of the thread. Now just bring your thread down until you're either in line with the point of the hook or just slightly past it, whatever you like to do. Now the rib on the fly is going to be a uni mylar in the copper and blue in size 14. So I'm just going to take a length of this off the spool. Now I'm going to use the blue side. You can use the copper side if you wish, but to use the blue side, I'm just going to tie it in with the copper side facing myself. I'm just going to come around with a turn, pull it in the length to there, and then simply nice and tight with a tinsel just run your thread down the shank of the hook, tying this in. I'm going to bring the thread a wee ways around the bend to there. Now on the way back up I'm going to spin the thread anti-clockwise just to get the thread to flatten out, much like a fine floss. You do this with a UTC thread. I'm just going to bring it up to there. Now I'm going to spin it again anti-clockwise, and then I'm going to come back down around about halfway to there. I'm going to come back up, spin it again anti-clockwise, then I'm going to come back down a few mil to there, and then back up again, just trying to create some sort of taper in the body. Just going to come around with my tinsel now. Just want to do one full turn at the back, and then just looking to rib the body. Now you're looking 4 or 5 turns of the tinsel on the body up to there, keeping a hold of your tinsel, follow it across with your thread, get a couple of nice tight turns in, tying in your tinsel. Now I'm just going to come in and trim away the excess of the tinsel. Just going to throw in a wee half hitch this stage, just to stop any of the thread going slack on me. Now I'm just going to come back down to the eye with the thread, and then back a few turns. Now there's going to be a thorax cover on the fly, and that's going to be a Noble Mirage tinsel in large. So I'm going to take a wee length of this off. I'm just going to tie it in on top. Want it in on top. Just pull it in the length to there, and just simply stretch it out over the back of the hook. Bring your thread turns down to where you finished your body. Yep, to there. And bring your thread turns back up, right up to the eye, tying everything in. A couple of turns back down to there. Now I'm going to put on goose bats to give impression of wing buds, and just white goose bats. So just come in, select 2, just trim them away from the stem. Now what I like to do is I like to take the fine points off, so just come in, trim those away. Now, just to show you, I'll just put these on one at a time. Now, I want them on the side, so just come round, get them positioned, a couple of turns to secure. Then I'm going to put one on your side. Same again, just make sure that they're on the side. So just going to position back up for you. Just hold the goose pads. Nice tight turns of thread now. Down. And then back up. Now you're just looking to build up your thorax at this point. So I'm going to spin the thread anti-clockwise again. Now some people like their thorax is really thick or bulbous. Okay. I'm just going to come back down one more time, will be enough for me, and then back up to there. Now I'm just going to throw in another wee half hitch Don't want the thread bouncing off the over the eye of the hook and undoing all our work at this stage. I'm just spinning the thread clockwise now just to tighten it up, just to thin the thread up a wee bit for me. And I want to bring over the goose pads down each side and just come around with nice tight turns of thread. At this point, keeping your thread turns really tight. Now, keeping your thread tight, you can come in and rip away the goose pads, still keeping your thread tight. Don't let it go. Bring over your thorax cover. Come around with a turn, keeping the thread tight. A couple of turns down towards the eye. Then fold back the mirage tinsel. And then just bring your thread up over the top, tying it in nice and tight. Now, keeping a hold of the mirage tinsel, just come in a nice pair of sharp scissors, trim the excess away. Then you can just build up your head. Now, don't be shy with the size of a head on a buzzer. Now, keeping your thread tight. Still keeping your thread tight. Come in with your whip finishing tool. And just throw in a couple of turn whip finish. Nice and tight. Trim away your thread. Now, you gotta protect the fly at this stage. So you can come in and put on a coat of super glue, let it dry, a couple of coats of varnish. But I'm just going to come in with some UV resin. Now, when I put this on, I just want it on the thorax area. Don't want it on the body yet. Then I'm going to come in with my needle and just spread it around the thorax area. Straight the whole way right round. Now, I'm going to keep the vise spinning. And we'll come in with my torch and just set the UV resin. Okay, now I'm going to come in and do the body. I just want a wee tiny drop on the body. Not too much. Just come in with my needle. I'm just going to spread this down the body and onto the hook. Get good coverage of the UV resin. Right the whole way down. Keep the vise spinning, don't let it settle. Then come in with your torch. Just make sure it's all cured. Now, what I'll do now is just come in with a coat of fine varnish. I'll probably give this about 3 or 4 coats of fine varnish. We'll just come in with fine varnish all around, up at the top. And then, as I say, I'll come in with another couple of coats. So there you go. That's a wee simple buzzer pattern. Obviously you can tie these flags in many different coloured variations and different materials, and they all work. But give that fly a wee go, and hopefully you can catch you a few fish.